What's going on? K. Michelle was on that V103 Atlanta radio station again. I had meant to do a video on the first interview, but I couldn't be bothered. But this second one, I have to say something. Derrick Jackson was on there. Now, I'm not a fan of Derrick Jackson. I can't stand that dude. But he made some good pointers and or some good points. And the host, this time he wasn't simping, because he was simping in the first interview. I guess somebody got into his ear, told him to stop simping. But K. Michelle, you know, she said she's not on that Fantasia submission-ish, you know. She's not submitting to no man or whatever the case may be. And, I mean, that's her right. It's a choice. I never promote women submitting to men on my channel. It's a choice, you know. It's commanded by the Most High in the Bible, but, you know, I'm not in any position to tell any woman to submit. It's their choice. But she said she's not doing that. Okay, fine. She also said that because the question was asked to her if she's happy in her relationship or marriage or whatever it is. She said, like, she's not 100%, you know, she's happy with some things, but not everything, something to that effect, which is quite understandable, you know. But here's the thing, because I don't want to tarry too long on this nonsense. Here's the thing with K. Michelle. K. Michelle is angry about that Idris Elba thing, and she's angry even more right now because she had to settle. The guy she's with, she settled with that guy. He's not the guy she wanted. And I've said it many times on my channel that most times you're with a female, you're really not her first choice. You're not. Now, how do I know she's angry because she's settled? Because it's a slogan of females. I'll never settle. I don't settle. You know, they always say that nonsense. And the reason I know that she's angry because she's settled is because she said she knew this guy from high school. She known him for 20 years. That's a long time to know somebody. That's a long time to decide that you want to be with that person. She didn't want that guy in the first place. And then now that she's with him, she's still angry, which means she haven't found her happy place, because he's not the guy she wanted. There's no way you can be married or you're in a beautiful relationship or an okay relationship. It might not be the best, but it's not bad, it's not terrible. And you're still coming on platforms with this vitriol. She's filled up with a lot of anger. And if you go and watch that interview with her and Derrick Jackson and the host of the V103, I hope I got it right, V103 Atlanta, if you look at her face, you can see the anger just oozing out. The Bible speaks about your countenance. How you feel will always show on your countenance. She's not happy at all with that guy. She's not happy with the dude she's with at all. Because she also mentioned, that she was in a relationship with somebody that she wanted and it didn't turn out the way she wanted it to turn out. And we all know who that guy is. It's Idris Elba. But she talks about it a lot. She didn't mention his name this time. You know, I guess it would be disrespectful for her to mention his name now that she has a new guy. But we know who she's talking about. But what she's doing is she's hiding behind the plights of other females, making it seem as if, oh, I'm so angry that other females are going through this and through that. No, 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 no. She has not gotten over what she went through and the dudes that she picked. And she's angry that she put in all those fake this and fake that in her body, and it still didn't get her the guys that she wanted. Because why, when she had all this fake this and fake that, she wasn't with the guy she's with now? Because he's not the guy she wanted. She settled for this guy now because she's getting old and her options are running out and a whole bunch of other stuff. And then there was a caller who came in and he called her out. And he was like, yo, you spent 20 years running around, you know, chasing after certain type of guys and it didn't work out. Now you're falling back on this guy and then you're accusing men of not being good and, you know, the regular. And she blasted this guy, saying that he doesn't know her and the way he was talking proves that he's not a part of the 1%. The 1% is, she calls that the good guys that are out there, the possible good guys. It's 1% of them that's out there. And she's saying that this guy is not one of the 1%, and she can tell by the way he was talking. And she was full of ish, because she said that this guy doesn't know her, but she doesn't know half the men in the world to say that all men are not good. She was angry because this guy called her out on her bullish. That's what it was. Then they asked her, then who is a perfect man, or who is a good man, or whatever? She said Obama and Jesus. I laughed, because a lot of these females love to talk about Obama. They don't know Obama. They're just in love with the fact that he was a president. That's what it was. Because if another black guy becomes president, they're going to add him to the list too and say, oh, well, I love Obama and this other new black president. They don't know Obama. They don't know if Obama ever cheated or whatever. They don't know. Then Jesus. I've done videos telling you how a lot of these women in church, they love to make Jesus their husband. Jesus is not poking anybody. Jesus is nobody's husband. When he said he's a husband coming for his bride, which is the church, he was being figurative. He's not literally your husband. Now, I find it funny that all these women, including K. Michelle, love to talk about Jesus being a possible husband or boyfriend, or he's their husband or whatever. But they have an issue with submitting. And the last time I checked, Jesus said in the Bible, or he inspired people to write in the Bible, saying that wives should submit to their husbands and husbands should love their wives. Now, you have an issue with submission, but Jesus is your possible husband or boyfriend. They're fooling themselves, because it also says in the Bible where Jesus said in the New Testament that Jesus or Jesus or Yeshua, whatever his name was, he said, not everybody who says unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because you're not following his commands. And he goes further to show you guys in another part of the Bible in which he says, for the Lord knows those who are his. So you're out here talking about Jesus is my husband, he's a possible husband, and you're going to church every Sunday and Saturday and Wednesday and every day. And he told you, you're wasting your time. You have an issue with submission, but I'm your husband. Not everyone who says unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, because I know those who are mine. And then he goes further to call you females out, or people as a whole, men and women. And he says, how can you love God whom you've never seen, but you hate your brother who you can't see? And when you look for the meaning of love in the Bible, I think respect and submission is in there. And he says, so when you interchange those words, love and respect and submit, he's actually saying, how are you going to submit to a God you've never seen? She won't submit or respect your fellow brothers on this earth. He's calling you guys out, men and women. So K. Michelle is full of ish, along with the other females in church. They're full of crap. The Most High knows that you females and some of you men, you're bluffing. You're not authentic. K. Michelle is angry that she had a plan for her life and it didn't work. Like most females, they have this plan in their head. They're going to get a degree at this point in their life, and they're going to get married and have kids here and then have a picket fence and a house there. And sometimes it just doesn't work out the way they plan. Then they get upset. K. Michelle is a liar. She's not doing this because of women or the plight of women. She's doing it because she's still pissed and angry that how she planned her life and who she wanted to be with, it didn't work. Just a whole bunch of babbling and arguing about a man's penis. She also spoke about getting a dust to sprinkle on men's penis so they don't go poking, whatever. Listen, that's why I did the video a few months ago in which I told you guys that women in relationships is synonymous to slavery, and I broke it down. It's all about control. It's all about control. She needs to know the passcode for your phone. She needs to know who you're talking to. They invade your man cave. They invade your male spaces on YouTube and wherever, because they need to know. They have to have an eye on you. That is control. Anyway, I'm out, y'all. Peace.